Hey y'all, it's Michael Wall, and today is Wednesday with Wallpaper. Hey, so glad you joined me this morning. Hey, storms are coming. How if you know this, next 3 days it's supposed to rain. Man, people get anxious about that. I know I'm from Florida, so we're used to this a lot of storms coming through, but storms go through. My dogs get freaked out. I have a little dog named Cooper. He freaks out over storms. And storms are hard. They're rough. They're tough. They batter us. They're especially in our lives, right? From a standpoint of you're gonna go through storms. Like you may not be in a storm right now, but a storm will come. And how we handle and get through that storm is so important. But I think sometimes our perspective on the storm is important. And let me say that one more time. I think that our perspective on the storm is important. Now, in Matthew 14, it's one of the most famous verses in the Bible. Many of y'all know this is when Peter walked on water. Now, all of a sudden they're in a boat. Jesus was off praying. He then arrived and walking on water. They freaked out and they're like, "Who is this? Is it a ghost?" And it's like, "No, it's I." And Peter, being the joker that always would step up in faith, said, "All right, if you are Jesus, then tell me to come out and walk on water with you." He's like, "Boom, come on." So he stepped out of the boat and began to walk on water. Now, let's not miss this. That was a miracle. A miracle. Man does not walk on water, right? And so when he began to do that through the power of Jesus, he was able to do something that man wasn't supposed to do. Remember that. That is a miracle. Then the storms came, right? So he's living in this miracle. He's living it real life. He's walking on water, and then the storms come. And what do the storms do? The storms try to outshine the miracle. The storms try to outshine what Jesus is doing. And all of a sudden, the waves come and the wind blows and fear comes in. Don't miss that. Fear comes in. And fear begins to overshadow the miracle. And he begins to sink. And as he sinks, he shouts out to Jesus to save him. And Jesus touches him, pulls him up, and puts him back in the boat. So we cannot miss this fact that there was a miracle happening, and the storm tried to outshine the miracle. I'm telling you right now in your lives, that's exactly what happens. We have miracles that happen to us on a daily basis. People are healed. People are coming to know Jesus. That God is answering your prayers. He's working through your life. Yes, it may not be like this crazy walk on water experience, but I promise you it's happening. And then all of a sudden the storms come and they try to outshine the miracle and take your focus off of Jesus. Take our focus off of who he is. And how do we stay focused? By being in the Word of God and remembering who Jesus is. Look, many of us today have many things that we need Jesus to step in. And we're like, "Lord, I need a miracle in my life." And he begins to work. And sometimes it's a slow process. Maybe he begins to bring a child back from where they were to where he is. Maybe there's things in your job that all of a sudden God is beginning to work, right? And things begin to change. And you start seeing Jesus working and working these miracles in your life. And then a storm comes. And the storm comes to take everything away from that. Take your focus off, take everything going, and make you feel like you are nothing. And so that's why we have to put our blinders on and keep our eyes on Jesus, because he will keep you walking on water. He will keep you where you need to be. Jesus said, "I will never leave you." He will never leave us, right? It says in Hebrews 13, "For he will never leave us nor forsake us." So we can say with confidence, "The Lord is my helper. I will not be afraid. What can man do to me?" My encouragement to you today is don't let the storms of this life divert you and keep your eyes off of Jesus. And the main thing is to overshadow the miracles that he's doing in your life, because he's doing miracles. We got to look. It's a process. Sometimes it's not, just someone getting healed right away. Sometimes it's a process of the miracle that he's doing in your life. And those storms will take the focus off of it, and we'll forget about what Jesus is doing in our lives. Don't do that. Stay focused and know who he is. Hey, I love y'all so much. Thank y'all. And I'd love to hear about the miracles of Jesus doing in your life. This is Wednesday with Wallpaper. See you next time.